Hello, Madame Chang, or shall I just call you Mama Chang?
I am your Mama Chang.
Hello, Mama Chang. It is my honor and privilege to have you on my channel. How are you today?
I am very well, and we know there are all these forest fire burning in the other states, but in Hawaii we have a very nice blue sky, clear air, so that's good.
So that's nice to hear. Okay,
Yeah.
so before we, oh yes, you want to say something?
No?
Okay, before we begin, we just want to get to know you better. So I'm going to ask you 5 simple questions. Is that okay?
Okay, yeah.
All right, let's begin. Number 1, what is your favorite tea or coffee?
Oh, I think I like the hand chow Chinese jasmine tea, green tea.
Okay, so the jasmine tea, yes.
Yeah, jasmine, yeah.
Do you drink coffee?
Yeah, in the morning I drink coffee, but during the daytime I drink tea. And I understand Yurka also likes green tea too, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Okay, number 2. Do you have a special morning routine you do?
A special morning routine. Yes, yes. I love to go out to the garden and see the flowers, see the leaves, and because the air is nice and cool, so the morning it's a good time.
That's nice. So you go out in the garden when you wake up.
That's right, yes.
All right, that is so lovely. Do you have a garden?
Yes, I have a garden, but not has kept it too well. But I love to pull weeds, and so when I want relaxation, I go out and pull weeds.
Wow. All right. No wonder you're so young and beautiful because you keep close to the nature.
That's right. Yeah. Well, I don't know whether it will keep me young or beautiful, but I love the nature, and the nature is always good for you.
That's right. Okay. Thank you. Number 3. When and where do you feel most relaxed?
Most relaxed, I think when, oh yeah, okay, I'll get my green tea and get a nice book to read, and I'll sit on the sofa and drink my tea and then read my book.
Wow. That already sounds relaxing.
That's right.
A book and a tea. All right, thank you. Moving on to number 4. What are your plans for this weekend?
Well, the weekend is just like a weekday because you cannot go out, right? We are still kept in the house. And so I don't think I have any special plan. It was just a regular day. And now on Saturday, we don't even get a newspaper. So I usually have a cup of coffee and get a newspaper and read a newspaper. But Saturday, we don't have it. And a Sunday, we cannot go to church. So no special plan.
All right. Okay. No special plans for this weekend. All right.
That's right.
Last but not the least, number 5, what is the best book or gift that you gave to others?
I'm not a very good gift giver because I can never think about a gift, that's the book. You said the book or gift, huh?
Yes.
Let me see the gift, the book.
Or maybe you could just introduce us a nice book that you read.
Yeah, the book. The book what I'm reading right now is the Richard Raw, the book, on the really seeking the spirit and God and all of that. It's a very, very liberal thinking. So that's the book that I like. Richard. Yeah.
All right, so it's a liberal thinking and it's seeking spiritual.
Oh yes, I bet the universal Christianity, I think, universal Jesus and universal.
All right, okay. Universal Christianity, something like that. So we will try to
that's right.
Yes,
yeah,
it seems like a very nice book. All right, thank you so much for answering the icebreakers. Today we have the most powerful and energetic woman or person and the most humane person that I know of. And she is 93 and she will turn 94 in the beginning of October. Mama Chang, you are a true legend to us.
Oh, well, that's so nice of you to say so. And really, you have no idea how every one of you means so much to me. I have all your books, your application form, and your writing, and the letters some of you wrote to Papa Chan and me, and I have kept them all. And it's just really, every one of you are such a joy.
Thank you so much. And just by being with you, by talking with you, it is a true gift to all of us.
Yes. Oh, thank you.
Today, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for what you and your husband gave to us. Thank you so much, Mama Chang.
Thank you for having me for this one. And so wonderful to know you are doing this interviewing. It's a great a contribution really to the group, to get us all to know each other better. Wonderful. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Let's begin. Could you just introduce briefly about yourself, your name, your current location, and what you do, and anything else that you want to tell the YAs or the viewers?
Oh, well, I am Ruth Chang, and I think I'm married to a wonderful man, Jerry Chang. So he was the founder, thinking about the youth ambassador. And really, when I think about you people, and I really marvel at him to have that foresight. It is a great, big job, hard job. We won't be able to do it again now to get all your visa and all of that thing. So that's my husband. He passed away in year 2004. And but that's fine. Life still go on. I'm still enjoying my life, and I remain myself very active. And I have a lot of friends at the church, and just my own friend. And I live in Hawaii. It has been a long time. I have living in this house for how many years? 50 years now, I think. And so I was just looking at my address, the same address, the same telephone number. It's amazing, all these years. But of course, in the meantime, we live in different countries, and we've always come back to Hawaii. And I was born and raised in Shanghai until I was 20 years old. So I came here should I go on to that one? Is that too long?
No, not at all. Please go on.
Go on. And so I came to the United States as a student, as a college student. And then our government changed, and so we didn't go home. And so we stayed in the United States. Jerry was an engineer, and I studied social work. And then we lived in Pittsburgh for, let me see how many years, for maybe 10 years, 10 years, no, 10 years, 8 years. And then at that time, we decided we have such a wonderful blessings to be in the United States and study. And so we wanted to do something for the developing country. So we have 3 children at that time. And so we decided we're going to spend 5 years living overseas in the developing country and then return to the United States, not knowing once we lived overseas, the life was just so challenging, so interesting. And so we've been living in different countries, you know, so we've been out for 32 years. And so, I mean, so we find, well, of course, the very last job that Papa Chang had was with the World Vision but you people did not know, at that time I was in my 70s. Both Papa Chang and I in my 70s already. Hey, you really should call me Grandma Chang, but I'm so glad you call me Mama Chang. So I think you can relate a little bit better.
Mama Chang, I want to call you Sister Chang.
Oh, how flattering you are. Very diplomatic young lady.
No, seriously. I really want to, I mean, I'm going to ask you some more questions later on, but I really admire your youth, your spirit, and just by being with you, you know, I become young. I become younger.
But you don't know how much your energy gives me the energy. And then I just, you know, I want to learn about each of you. And you should see all the material I have of you people. You know, 95, 96, 97, 98. And this is my 98 book. And, you know, and all your pictures. And I just want to know your background and, you know, just get to know you. And so I'm still learning, you know, to really get to know you. So today, it's just amazing, you know, yeah. And a day is not long enough because there's so much to do, so much to learn. And then the books, you know, just like Richard Ross' book, it just makes you grow, you know, you're seeking, you're still seeking, you know, see what God is, what life is, and all. So, okay.
That is wonderful, amazing, and it is unbelievable that you are looking through all of our files trying to get to know us. Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah. Because I mean, this is really, you know, and I took some pictures, but I didn't have time now. One place is all your music. One place is all your pictures. So one place is all your background things. And one place is all your evaluation of the work, you know, your work. And so, I mean, just all the different cabinets. And I'm still organizing it, you know, and some of the old things which I try to throw away. And then I have a lot of your publicity, newspaper writing about you people. And then your letters now, you know, we don't communicate, but right after you return home each year, they always write to us, right? And Papa Chang, Mama Chang, and tell us how adjustment you have to go back to your culture because the family people have not changed, but you have changed, right? And so it's hard both ways for you to come out to the program. It's a great big adjustment, but then you're going home is another huge bigger adjustment, and you don't have your friends there to boost you up, right? So that was, yeah, so you're all, but that's what life is. It gives you the experience. From your experience, you grow.
All right, wow. Wow, we could go on forever, but let's move on to our next question. I am so overwhelmed now, but Mama Chang, what do you think is life's common ground? Because the World Vision Youth Ambassador Program, the motto was seek life's common ground. But from your point of view, what is life's common ground or universal values?
Well, I think, when you talk about the peoples, the common narrative is the same. See, we all want to be recognized. We don't want to be hurt. And we want to seek the meaning of life. And we all have love. And we all have a feeling that we may hurt. We may be misunderstood. But that part is very, very common in all people. But what we are is we are so conditioned by our culture, by our family culture, our national culture, and the people, the thing. And so that makes a difference. But really, basically, we are all the same. And I really believe that basically we are good. God is endowed us with goodness in us. If we are not polluted by all the negative value of life, then that's the common ground. We just accept people as a person is and love and care and appreciate and enjoy that person. I think that's our common ground.
All right. So appreciate each other and accept one another just the way they are with love.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, that is absolutely true. And how do you think we can promote this? How can we recognize one another, appreciate one another through love? What are some ways or examples that you had some experience with?
I think, the first one, I think when we're as a child, younger, I think one of the YAs I have to do to see my notes and mention about why you people come related so quickly during your time, because you were young. And I think you don't have any support of the family to reinforce your own culture. So you just all blend in. So you accept that person as that person is. And you were all struggling with the adaptation to the new place, adaptation to use English, all day long. And, so that's the thing. And your food and all these things, your homesickness, and all these things. So there's so much in common thing. So it's just like a child. You don't see the color of your skin. You don't see the difference in your economic background. You don't see any difference, but you just have each other. You appreciate that person as the person.
That is absolutely right. We had many obstacles, like what you said, the food. We had to adapt to new environment, and we didn't have families and the English proficiency, the language difference, but still we were able to appreciate one another just the way we are or they are, right?
Accepted each other, yes. We just take as a person, as a lovely person, and it's just and as a child, you see them, you put two children together, and they don't look at each other. They just enjoy life together. They will run over. They want to jump together. They want to climb the steps together. They want to go to the beach together, And so you forget. You don't look at the difference. And when we get older, we will see, oh, well, if that person likes me or not, And, I don't know whether I like her or not. Oh, she's not pretty, or she's too dark, or something like that. So it's just the difference that we get polluted by the negative value in life.
So just try to be a pure kid.
That's right. To be a child, yeah.
Oh my God. I have just...
You look at your cousin, your family, and they are just so natural, right? So genuine. They just enjoy the other child, 3-year-old and 3-year-old, 5 or 6 years old. They just enjoy each other. They do things together because they all have this liveliness. They want to climb, they want to run, they want to explore. And so that's the commonality.
I think you made a very nice point. And maybe later on, after my interview, we can probably get all the YA to be pure kids again by maybe
right, they have to jump around and yell for you.
Yes, by speaking or maybe by writing about who we are truly as a pure kid.
Yeah, January, and you can express, you know, and you know, sometimes when the person hurt you, they say, no, I don't like you because you hurt me. You know, just be genuine and be yourself, you know, yeah. And you, yeah, because you just take other person as a friend.
All right, so you can show your vulnerability and also you can seek for help to others. Yes, I think that's what YAs should do within the group as well. Yes, thank you so much for making me release my force or my, what would I say, like the blockage that I had, the walls that I carry on my shoulders and my back. And now I'm going back to being a kid. Yes.
That's right.
And
just
so,
relax, be yourself. And know that you are lovely. You know, you are loved, you are lovely. And so you just be free, be yourself.
yes, Mama Chang, I feel very loved. I feel lovely now. All right, so
I know, because people, we do love you. And you are doing such a wonderful job.
So moving on to love, let me just have a little quick question. How did you love Dr. Jerry Chang? What was the attraction between you and your husband? How did you meet?
I was thinking about it. Well, you know, when I came to the United States, that was right after the long World War, Second World War. So only the men student, the graduate student can come, you know, to come to the United States. And so I was a special, through some connections, so I came as an undergraduate. And so we women, we girls had such a wonderful time. I think each one of them, maybe the ratio of maybe 1 to 30 men, you know, and so that was isn't that wonderful thing? And so, but I really admire, I mean, really surprised at myself. I have a criteria of the men, you know, because, you know, you're a person very rare, you know, so you have all these boys, you know, and they come. But so how do you decide, you think? And so I have 5, I think. First thing, it has to have a faith in a religion, you know, so you have something bigger than yourself, not just yourself. So that's the faith, the religion. And for me, I'm a Christian, so I'm looking for somebody who is a Christian. And then the second one, and I have a master's degree. Oh no, that person has to be compassionate, have a heart for people. And so that's what Papa Chang was. And that person has to be smart. I have a master's degree, so that person should have at least a doctorate degree. so that was my choice. And then I think maybe that one, you know. And so I mean, then with all these boys, men, students, Papa Chang really stood out. He was right when the kid, he has a vision. He's the one who organized the International Student Association. And then he organized the Chinese Student Association. So he's an organizer. That's in his DNA, you know. And so then when I went over there and everybody said, oh, just wait until Jerry gets here, until Jerry gets here. And I said, who is the Jerry, you know? So then I thought of him. And actually, I think I picked him more than he picked me first, because I mean, he just impressed me so much. But he's busy organizing it, so he didn't dare to go. He was just too busy. He was not interested in girls. And so then I got him. So I'm so glad I got him.
Mama Chang, we could go on forever. But did you ever fight with Dr. Jerry Chang?
Oh, I do. Yeah. I mean, we both, both spoke our mind, right? And then also I remember he jokes, sometimes he'd say something. He said, "Oh, I cannot teach the old dog new tricks." And I said, "Jerry, if I'm a dog, you are a dog too." So
You guys were just pure kids. But
I know, yeah, you stand on ground. But I think one thing I still remember until this day. Then sometimes you don't want to go to a party or something, and then you would tell a white lie. So we think white lie is okay. So I would think, oh, I have a headache, or and he said, well, you don't have to tell a lie. You just say you cannot come. And that takes courage to be that one. So that becomes a habit. And so really in Papa Chang, really, he maybe sometimes a very rough, very, very demanding maybe, but he really means it, And but that is, I really respect his personality.
All right. Okay. So that was
don't tell lie. Don't even tell white lie, because then you become a habit, So he said, you don't have to tell her white lie. Just say you don't come. You cannot come. And that's all you have to say. And that's the fact, right?
All right. So when I said I wanted to call you Sister Chang, it was not a white lie. All right. Please.
Okay. No, that's a diplomatic. That's a very, very thoughtful, very loving statement.
All right. Wow. You know what, Mama Chang, I really want to hear your love stories, but yeah, let's move on. So that's how you guys reconciled. You guys fought. You guys reconciled and had a very lovely love story, and we would love to go on. This is so wonderful to hear. I never knew this before. So after 22 years, now I get to finally listen.
Nobody ever asked me that question, how I met Papa Chang anyway. So
yes. Okay. All right. How is the COVID-19 situation now in Honolulu?
Bother me, right? Well, actually, well, of course, you do feel, well, I still drive, and I still go to the grocery store, I still go to the bank, but I don't go to the meeting. But this Zoom is a wonderful thing. It's a lining, silver lining, because we imagine how we YAs can meet everybody, right? And we don't even have to get out, and you save so much time. And then especially when you Zoom, you don't have to worry about other things. So you sit in front of a computer, you focus on, so you listen to more, and you think more, right? And so you're right at the presence of that moment. So I think that Zoom is a wonderful thing. That's a silver lining out of this sickness. But of course, I do worry about this pandemic, the virus. It's a big thing. We really have to face it.
Wow. I mean, how many people can use Zoom at age 94?
I know. Yeah. So it's just amazing.
Yeah, because you are 94 and you're using Zoom. You are a tech fit woman. You are just so technology, you're with technology now.
I am not. You can see I need a cover, because all these, the new technology is like a Greek to me. I don't understand. So I'm trying to, I can email, but anything different, I'm just intimidated. I said, cover, come and help me. So he's the one, And I think if he's not over here, I think I will be very handicapped.
I don't think so. I think you can manage somehow, because you are a super woman. Because knowing you, you probably could manage anything in this world.
Thank you, thank you.
Mama Chang, you know, we received a life changing experience from you and Dr. Jerry Chang, and we really want to thank you many, many times. But what are some gifts or impacts that you received from this program?
Oh, I received so much. I got to know, see, basically I'm a social worker, right? And I just to see the development. And even now I'm learning. I can see your reaction when you were late teens, you were 19, 18, 20. So you face all this challenge and new experience. And then now you are in your 30s and 40s. And so your perspective of the things is differently now, right? And so I'm just learning. So when I'm reading your material, and I get to understand you much more. Even when you talk about, your present day, I can see you as a 19-year-old, 20-year-old, and now you are in the 30s and the 40s. And so it's just really, you learn so much about a human reaction, and it gives you so much joy, so I'm really, yeah, so I think that's what it is.
Wow. So you are still learning and you're still understanding.
Oh yeah, you are still learning, and I think when I'm still seeking for the depth of God, of the faith and all of that one. And I think that also changed with the stage of your life. When you are 20, you think about religion in a different way. And you are 30, you have a more life experience. So all these things, the thing, and really you change, but you learn, you grow. And I think even at your deathbed, you are still learning because there's so much change, so much new development. And you can never really end learning, And so, I mean, just now I'm seeing you for your interview, and I see your personality, right? And I learned more about you. So, and your expression, and you're comfortable, you're so genuine, so natural when you interview people. So that was a wonderful thing, yeah.
Thank you for commenting, praising me. Thank you. You flatter me. And I was just over, my mind just blown away when you just said, even at deathbed, we are still learning.
You're still learning, yeah. Well, it's like the computer, all this new science, I'm still learning. Of course, I'm still in the kindergarten stage yet, But it's a change. It's a change in my 93 years period of time. How much the world has changed. Your cell phone, your email, your instant communication with people. When I was a child, I didn't have that one, So I mean, it's changing. The world is changing, and we have to go, to live with the change and to learn to survive with all the changes, right?
All right. Wow. So we are changing and we got to keep learning. Okay. Thank you so much. Can you share some cherishable memories you had with your family or your YAs, whatever, like in the 93 years of period of time, or it's going to be 94 soon. What are some of the cherishable memories that you had in your life? It could be anything.
I'll say that again. I didn't quite get it. What is of all these experiences?
Yes, your cherishable memories that you have in your heart.
Okay, the cherish.
Yes, you can.
The cherish memory.
Yes, yes. Anything with your family, with your YAs, or in your life, with your parents. What are some memories that still is in your head or your heart?
I think the most recently thing, it just comes from this Zooming. And our family is very close to begin with, and we're a very loving family. I have 4 children. And we just had a family reunion at the Christmas time and with our grandchildren. But everybody's busy, see, you're together. So I really didn't think, you really have time to listen to each other, really you hear, you really listen and you hear what they are saying. And because now with our whole family, 4 children, their spouses and the grandchildren, we Zoom every 2 weeks. And so, and I what discover is a really cherished moment is I hear that my children, they have some question. Otherwise, in the family reunion busy time, they will not bring it up. But you're sitting in front of the screen. You look at each other, and I was really happy and surprised to see, what do you think about, I'm thinking about that one. What do you think about that one? And they will ask, see, that is the closeness to bring to people. And so I think that is right now, I think maybe I've been telling people what a wonderful this Zoom thing is. And so I think that is my very cherished experience. And I'm surprised to see the difference about the people relationship, even you are close, but you can still really open up. You don't have to put a mask. You don't have to think about anything else. You just come out as a child.
Wow. So you are already having a little, sort of like a small YA family reunion.
That's right.
How many people participate in your family reunion through the Zoom?
We usually have a 4, and then spouses is 8, and then 8, and then grand. I have my oldest daughter's son is much older than the rest of them, so maybe 10 of us, maybe, and we try to catch up with what we each other. So when I have a question, I think that is a wonderful thing. You bring up your idea, but you're not so sure. You just want to hear what they are saying. So I just read something about the love. What is really how you define love, and I like this one. So the last Zoom, I just read it out, and so reading they couldn't quite get it, and then I send them out, and just to see my definition, and it satisfies me when it says about it. And so just want to see what they think about what the love is, your sexual love, your friendly love, and your fraternal love, all these love. We love them together. But I just want to see what really, really love is. And so I was able to share with them and ask them for their reaction, for their thinking about that. And that helped me to grow, to understand more.
Wow, that is so powerful. Mama Chang, can you share what the definition of your personal love is briefly, please? Because I would love to hear this, because I'm not part of your family Zoom.
Well, I know, you want to share what? What do you want to share?
Your definition of love.
Oh, yeah. Well, I read that one. That's in the Dr. Viktor Frankl. I think he was a Jewish medical psychiatrist, and he was put in the concentration camp. And so I think the title of the book is Man Searching for Meaning of Life. And I learned that one. When you say, what is the purpose of life? It's very hard to say that. But I like his definition. What is the meaning of life? And then meaning changes. When you are a student, your meaning is to pass your exam, to study hard and all of that one. But when you become a career woman, or you become, you grow, and the meaning at that period of time is changed. And so that, it's much easier to handle that question, right? What is the meaning of life? Right now, I think the meaning is, for you, the part of the meaning is to get our YA people together. So, but that what is the meaning of your life in your stage of life at this time? So that is really wonderful. And then he is the one who wrote about the love, because his wife was immediately killed, in the gas chamber. but he held on that love. And then he related that one, that the sexual love actually is the real, you love each other, you look at the person, you see the potential in that person, and you help that person, and you encourage and you help to develop that potential in that person. That's really love. When you love a person and you think about that person has the same love toward you, and it's so wonderful. You have this love. And I think that's what the mother's love for the children, they think about their development, they see them, they want them, but not a really possessive kind of thing, want them to earn more money, get more degree, and to be successful, but just really to see their potential to fully develop that potentiality. And basically, I think love is a gift from God, regardless how you define God. It's a creator. It's in us, all in us. So that's I'm so glad I read about that one. And so I copy it and I sent to my children. And I know the Clifton said, well, no, it doesn't mean too much to me. Fine, that's good, because, it's a different person reacted to things differently, right? But then you hear, then you also learn to see what you think is important, but to another person maybe is not important, because of his experience, of his stage of growth, and he's at that time, so this is really, you don't. So, but when you kind of learn about each other, you understand each other better.
Thank you so much, because this really relates to the YA program, Love, You Understand.
Yeah.
And you really develop.
Wonderful, yeah.
Yes, and trying to develop the other person's potential. And before we leave, yes, Mama Cho, before we leave, I see so much potential in you. What is your next dream or vision?
That's really very encouraging to you people, you young people. So you can live, you have a long life ahead of you. And so, but to me, this is a very great time. It's a harvesting time. I don't have to prove myself because I have lived my life already, whatever the thing. And so I'm much more relaxed. I'm much myself, and so you don't have to, because you see, your building time, your showing time is over. I'm not in competitive. I don't have to prove people, I can do that one, I can do better than you are, or something like that. But you just be yourself, you relax, and so you enjoy pulling the weeds, you enjoy looking at you people and trying to love them, develop them, and so that is really fun.
So that's your lifelong dream.
And my stage of life right now, so.
Wow.
So I'm encouraging, so you have a long life way of it, and whatever you want to do is never too late to change. If there is you can just go on. And see, Papa Chang was a civil engineer and got his PhD, but then he found the compassion for people. So with 3 children, he went to night school, got another degree in international and international development. And so then we, went overseas and see what all these overseas experience and, accumulated one that gave him the confidence, understanding, and we can build the YA program. So really what I think about that one. So he had more confidence and he see the world and he understand the different part. Understand the life better, a bit for your moment. And so at his age of 70, he founded the YA. And I think you are very powerful. Whatever you people do in your own position now, you can just carry on to tell them, you know, that just give them some hint. So well, there is a lot of things in common. We can live in peace together. You know.
Oh, thank you so much. I am so touched, so moved. I feel more energetic now. Like I feel like a kid now. I think I can relax more. I cannot thank you enough today.
Yeah, be yourself, and you have a lot of potential, and sometimes you don't even discover your own potential. Find out the potential in you and fully, because that's the gift of the Creator. That's the gift of God given to you. Each of you have your special potential.
Thank you so much. Mama Chang, I feel so gifted to have had this opportunity to interview you.
I always talk too much there. One bad part of getting older is you have so much experience and then you talk too much. So I hope I'm not talking too much. So instead of a year guys were talking about you, whether he likes hamburger, whether McDonald's hamburger or what other hamburger. And his reaction was so natural. He said, "Oh, I really don't eat hamburger that much."
Yes, Brad doesn't like hamburgers, yes. But Mama Chang, they are not 94, but you have so much.
Yeah, they have.
Yes,
so
I think we should have a part 2 and part 3 about you, all right? So it's coming up, so I think it's very late for you now in Honolulu. It's almost midnight, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's about 11:45. You know.
All right. Okay.
So
so, Mama Chang, have a good dream.
Okay. Thank you. And it's just wonderful to talk to you. And then, you know, yeah. So on the Zoom, I will be seeing everybody, you know, yeah. So
yes. I really like your outfit, your necklace, and your earrings. You look beautiful today.
Oh, yeah. So I need a glass. Well, I don't need a glasses now.
Your earrings,
yeah.
and your necklace.
Yeah, and also another thing, we always look at the older people, we say they are senile, you know, I mean, when we look at a lot of the older people in our family, but actually a lot of them is the hearing. When you don't have, you cannot, you just lose the range of a sound, you know, and so it's not the volume of the sound, it's the pitch, it's the distinction of each, the vibration. So you cannot hear what people are saying. You hear them, but you don't know what they're saying. You know, they sounds like they're mumbling. And that take away a lot of self-confidence, because some people were talking something, you didn't hear them, and you will ask a crazy question about what they were just discussing, you know. And so you say, oh, you know, and that's, you know, why I left a few meetings, because, you know, when they were during the meetings, I didn't hear that one. And afterwards, it came out on the minutes. They were discussing that one, you know, I didn't even see that. And once I raised a question, and then somebody laughing, so we just discussed that one. See, I didn't hear that. So that made me appreciate of the older people, you know. So they are not senile. They are just as normal in their thinking, but they just couldn't hear correctly, you know. So
but today and every time you just articulate well, you have a clear voice and you hear very well, you didn't astray at all. You stuck to the focused questions. You were great. Just before we leave, Mama Chang, what is your favorite food?
My favorite food, I think right now maybe it is soup noodle, the Korean noodle, or you know, all these nice tasty noodles. And then I have been eating a lot of tofu. You know, tofu is so good. I'm finding a more new way of cooking tofu, and really it's delicious. You know, yeah. So but that's my favorite food now.
All right. Okay. Hope to see you soon again. Have a good sleep.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Well,
thank
so
you.
good. Thank you for this opportunity to talking to you, to hearing your name. Goodbye.
Bye bye. 감사합니다.
Love to you.